Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing, or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
Good Monday morning. Welcome into the Morning Roast on Maine Sports Leader 92.9 The Ticket. The roast brought to you by Next Home. They're the market leader. Get looked and get sold with the Next Home experience, or in the Greenway Equipment Studios. Your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a deer. And Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, offering custom blinds, shades, drapes, outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade, 105 Main Street in Bangor. Brian Sullivan, Greg Hirsch, Marqus Cesar here on this Monday. Greg, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. Good to be back.
Yeah, fishing trip
Yes.
went well. You've come back to us. You said Greg's free. He comes back to you. It's truly yours.
That's right. I'm rejuvenated. I need a little more rest, but beyond that, really good. Mentally feeling good. Had a great trip. And yeah, weather was terrible, but beyond that, it was all right.
Any of your buddies still hanging on to, like, smoking butts, stuff like that?
I got one. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, it's amazing.
Still with it, yeah?
Yeah, he's still sticking with it. Yeah. Take a little break out on the deck, you know.
Feels like that fishing trip
for sure.
where that we kicked that habit back up.
Yeah, right, exactly. And you can see, you know, there's those that are hanging around saying, you know what? I'll have one with you.
Yeah,
I'll have one
sure,
with you, right?
right?
You know what I mean? So, yeah, for sure. So, yeah, it's eclectic group. It was pretty good. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Marcus, how are you?
Doing great. Had a fantastic Father's Day with my pops. Sat down and watched some soccer.
Yeah.
Like he used to do with his dad. So it was a great time. The Cape Verde match. Oh my God, what a thriller.
Really good.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
yeah.
Probably the best draw I've seen so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was. I spent some time with my dad as well. We sat there. I was at his house. I go, what do you want, soccer or golf? And he goes, give me the golf.
Yeah.
I
can see that.
We went back and we watched the end of the Open, watched some soccer as well. So, yeah, hope everybody had a good Father's Day out there. We went and saw, I thought yesterday was going to be a little bit worse weather-wise.
Yeah, it was better than expected.
And so we, in advance, we went to the noon of Toy Story 5. So we saw that.
Okay, kids like it?
Yeah, they did. They had some questions afterwards, which I think is good. But it's a good movie. It really hits you over the head with tablets and stuff like that are bad for kids.
Yeah,
really hits you pretty hard over the head with
Trying to make that point.
But it wows you in the end. In the end, you know what I mean? You can give me 60 minutes of okay, but pretty solid ending of it.
Okay.
And, get you in the feels a little bit as well. So
sure.
That's the Toy Story model.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
But
there you go.
They had a good time.
deal.
So, yeah, all is well. But Sox take 2 out of 3 out there. We've got eventually this gentleman in Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo, is going to be traded or he's not. The draft's tomorrow night.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be. You think today?
I feel it today, right?
Right?
It happens today?
Yeah, it's got to be today.
I mean, the minute it happens, we got like a solid addition for content for the show here because Marcus' Miami Heat, I think, become
very relevant player in this whole thing. This is going to elevate your Miami Heat.
No, and I agree. I'm very curious to see what state the team is going to be in with the pieces that we'll probably have to give up.
Yeah. True. We'll see. It does seem like Milwaukee's just unhappy with what's out there, and they're just kind of spanning the league trying to get more picks. And I don't fully understand it. I tried to figure out exactly what it is, but the NBA has set a course to do away with teams wanting to lose. So the draft lottery becomes a lot. You can be the Celtics, I think, and go out in the first round of the playoffs and have still get a pretty decent pick.
Yeah.
It's so there's less incentive there to give up those picks.
Right.
Like if you're the Celtics and you know you're going to pick 28th for the next 5 years, well, okay, I'm maybe okay with it.
Sure.
But that number 14 pick is easily become the number 5 pick in drafts ahead.
Oh, without a doubt.
So it's interesting to see what will happen on that front. And just the Sox keep on playing baseball games.
Yeah, they do. They're losing out, man. They're losing viewers big time. I know they were going for the series sweep, and it was Peyton Tolley on the mound. I had a pretty good U.S. Open going yesterday.
Yeah.
There's World Cups happening for those that enjoy that. It's just their interest level goes down and down. And it's just sad, especially when they're having a pretty good weekend.
It's Durbin starting to hit a little bit.
Yeah, Caleb Durbin.
Because he's taking advice from outside the walls of the coaching staff at Fenway. So yeah, real intriguing there as well. And of course, buried the lead. The 2026 Ticket Awards, the third annual Ticket Awards, happening tonight. Hero Sports Grill in downtown Bangor. 35 categories of excellence. The 25-26 sports season will be celebrated. Ticket Awards are going to be broadcast on Ticket TV beginning at 6 p.m. Watch it live at 929theticket.com or on the Ticket app. Also on YouTube. Starts at 6 p.m. Okay, I thought it was 7.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah.
I got a lot of emails like the wee hours of the evening from Jim, and the one thing missing on it were times. There was no times on there whatsoever.
6 p.m.
So okay,
that's
good to know. All right,
I'm on the news desk until 5:30, so I will have to
boogie woogie.
I'll have to get down there pretty quick.
Yeah,
I wrote a joke for Greg, which I've been trying to get him to deploy for about 4 years now. Which I really it's tonight the night that we
open
with it.
Right.
So we'll see if I really think it's got the potential to kill. We'll see if we can get that one out there tonight. But all right, let's do some headlines, some highlights. Of course, it's a new week. It's just me, Greg, and Marcus. It's us all week long.
Yeah.
We're gonna hammer through some years.
Friggin' right.
We're gonna. It's 1980 today, and doing the research on 80. So as we try to figure out what year in which we peaked, 80 is I think as the kids would say, slaps.
Oh, yeah. Excellent use. Yes.
80 slaps. Like it's like 80's got some stuff because it's the occasional Miracle on Ice.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Miracle on Ice.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Bird and Magic.
Bird shows up for the first time.
It is. We'll get into 80.
Yeah.
In
it's
just
pretty damn good.
It really is. Okay. Bangor Mall Cinemas. I went there yesterday. Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners, upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. All right, let's do it, Marcus. I think so far this summer we've had the He-Man movie came out and kind of bombed. I don't think it did. I'm saying Supergirl doesn't do good. I don't know. I'm Supergirl. I saw the trailer for it. I don't know. We'll see how that one does, but that's sort of like the big 4th of July with the Minions and stuff like that.
I don't think people are clamoring for it.
We'll see if that one fills up the theater or not. Okay. Yesterday, Red Sox going for the sweep. Peyton Tolley on the hill. Couldn't get it done. He says sometimes stuff happens.
Yeah, Peyton Tolley, really not his fault in the least. I mean, he gives you a good, strong performance, gives up 3 runs, but his sinker ball was, a big piece of it, which is great to see for him. Got to give the poor guy more than 1 run every time he pitches, though.
Yeah, they score. I mean, that's this Red Sox.
It is.
They're gonna. I don't know what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to win like 7 in a row to get us back, right?
Without a doubt.
And the worst thing is for him to go out west.
Yeah. Oh,
you start first pitch 10 o'clock
against Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just sweep that series, please, because they're worse than you. And get back so we can see. We're not staying up late for it.
So it's first pitch tonight is at 8:40. So we could maybe watch a little bit. We'll see, depending on what's going on with the
Depends
World
how
Cup.
long Jim talks.
Yeah, we'll see. We do have 35 categories of excellence.
Right, exactly.
Were 35 high schoolers that excellent this year?
Yeah, I don't know.
35 categories of excellence?
We may be watering it
We're
down.
like, well, as we get to manager of the year, this one's just a category of pretty good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Are we going to, are managers and water professionals being
It could be.
How do you get
There's
to 35?
a lot. There's quite a bit. Yeah.
I guess you go through the sports. There's boys, girls.
There is
3 seasons.
There is, but we got a lot of other categories, I think, too.
All of excellence.
Yes, right.
All of excellence. That's good. It's a good strive for that.
Right.
All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to dive into 1980 when we return. Show brought to you by Madden Generator Services with expert installation, dependable maintenance, and a free 7-year warranty on new Generac installs. They'll keep your home in the game. 951-4668. Madden Generator Services. Power you can count on. And start your morning at Gosselin's Bakery, 334 Harlow Street in Bangor. Grab a breakfast sandwich on an English muffin or croissant, plus legendary donuts and pastries made since 1945. Visit the new Goslin's Bakery and Deli next to Hannaford and Brewer. All right, back with what year did we peak? 1980 is next. Dairy Queen in Old Town, $7 chicken strips. $7 chicken strip meal deal has it all. 100% white meat, seasoned chicken strips, full-size fries, a drink, and a DQ sundae, all for just $7. Now you can get it with a new honey sriracha dip, 613 Stillwater Avenue in Old Town. Brian Sullivan, Greg Hirsch, Marqus Cesar are going to dive into 1980. So just overall, let's see. 80, well, we've got Larry Bird, Miracle on Ice, the launch of CNN, Reagan wins. So here we go. Okay.
That's right.
New England Patriots go 10-6. If you're just joining the show, we're trying to figure out at what year we peaked as consumers of sports and popular culture. 1980 is the year today. Pats go 10-6. They finished second in the AFC East. Let's see. That's about it. They're becoming a consistent contender, sort of. 83 and 77 are your Boston Red Sox. No postseason. Yaz continues to add to a Hall of Fame resume. Club remained competitive, but was between winning the 75 and 86 pennant eras.
Right.
So, it's not this season, but it's nothing great.
It's middling.
The Celtics.
All right, here we go.
Are 61 and 21. They win the Atlantic Division. They reach the Eastern Conference Finals. They lose to Philadelphia 4-1. Rookie Larry Bird wins NBA Rookie of the Year, immediately transforming the franchise. Celtics improved by 32 wins from the previous season. 1980 is the beginning of the Bird era, one of the most important periods in NBA history.
Yeah, one of the greatest single-season turnarounds in NBA, right? Like, incredible. Went from just problems to, wow, we are off to the races now.
It's like the Celtics and the Lakers. It's like we win, you win, but this is the one. Ooh, Julius Erving got his.
Yes, exactly. We'll give you that.
The Boston Bruins, 46 and 21. They finish second in the Adams division. They defeat Pittsburgh in the prelim round. They lose to eventual Stanley Cup champion New York Islanders in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, decent. Like for just the Bruins of that era were lunch pail hard hat. They were going to punch you in the mouth quite a bit during the games, quite literally, and see what you got. And the Islanders kind of in that series gave it back to them. Eventual Stanley Cup champions.
Of your 4 teams, you're above 500 for all 4 pros here. 10-6, 83-77, 61-21, and 46-21 and 13. You're feeling pretty good. We're walking tall in 1980.
Yeah. I mean, you're completely competitive in all 4 sports.
We go with our Maine Black Bears competing in football. 1980, cause isn't there yet. You're still sort of growing something. Not much to talk about for the football program. Hockey becoming the flagship program of the school. Still a couple years away from what it would become.
Right. Yeah. No, you're still building. I believe Tortorella's brother was still the goalie at the time. It's old, Hockey East didn't exist yet. It was the old ECAC. And, you're just kind of taking your lumps a little bit, but you're becoming a true D1 program.
We'll get some other big stuff. Of course, the Miracle on Ice happens this year. We'll go to the Academy Award winner for Best Picture is Ordinary People. It beats Raging Bull, The Elephant Man, The Coal Miner's Daughter, and Tess.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
If you were to have 5 DVDs to pick from, I'm probably only throwing on the Raging Bull, but even that's a way downer.
Yeah, oh no, it is. It's a slog. Like I'm not watching any of those.
Yeah, it's just like one of the ones you see because you're supposed to.
Sure.
The box office films of 1980, number 1, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, remember it. Remember my mom taking us to go see that one.
Number 2 is 9 to 5. Number 3 is Stir Crazy. Number 4 is Airplane, and number 5 is Any Which Way You Can.
Do not sleep on Stir Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder, like outstanding.
The lasting impact, I would suppose, Empire Strikes Back is like probably the peak of. It's probably the reason that things are so bad for us these days. You get Toy Story 5 and things like that, but they killed it.
Oh yeah, completely. Like this was, the shock of. Oh, they made another one.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
And this one's pretty good.
Yeah. Arguably the best one.
I would say so. Right. I mean, it's just all of it. It just it goes so well. Airplane changes comedy films for decades. Everything's a send up after that.
Cult classic.
Yep. Top rated TV shows. Number 1 is Dallas. Number 2, 60 Minutes. Number 3 is The Jeffersons. Number 4 is Three's Company. Number 5 is Alice.
Yeah.
Alice just hanging in there. I don't know what it is.
No, and I don't know any like huge Alice. Maybe down south.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Like North Carolina seems like a big Alice, pocket.
The seismic moment that would hang out there would be the Who Shot JR episode of Dallas becomes one of the biggest television events in history.
Yeah, for a young kid who didn't know anything about it, really, I knew it. Like, people want to know Who Shot JR.
Sure.
Yep.
Grammy Album of the Year, Christopher Cross, by Christopher Cross, includes Sailing and Ride Like the Wind.
Sure did. But boy, oh boy, MTV was a coming, and the old Krusz Crosses of the world were not going to make it. They're like, wow, this guy is hard to look at.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, he's not a handsome man. I've never seen him.
No. Okay. There's a reason you haven't seen him.
Yeah.
The top-selling albums of the year are The Wall by Pink Floyd, The Long Run by the Eagles, Off the Wall by Michael Jackson, Glass Houses by Billy Joel, and Damn the Torpedoes by Tom Petty.
Yeah, watch out. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? And I got additions to it when we get to it.
All right, I'll keep running through.
Yeah, keep going.
Other cultural lasting events, Miracle on Ice. The U.S. Olympic team shocks the world, beats Soviet Union in Lake Placid. Of course, Mike Ruzioni is a New Englander. CNN launches, debuts in 1980. Doesn't really take hold until, is it Kuwait? We wanted information all the time.
Yeah.
They just were kind of going and going. But then
I think it was really Iran-Contra, maybe.
Okay.
I think that might have been.
So it takes a couple years.
Yeah, for sure. You're a few years away from it exploding because you're kind of like, what is this now? We're going to do news all day long?
But then when we get a taste for, I want it now. I want up to date now. Ronald Reagan beats Jimmy Carter. He is elected president.
Yep.
Video games enter the mainstream. Pac-Man is released in North America. Arcades exploded in popularity. Foundation for modern gaming culture was laid. So there you go. That's what did I miss?
Some big musical aspects to this year. 1980 also gave The Wall by Pink Floyd. Back in Black by AC/DC gets launched, and in addition to that, you had three huge musicians pass away in 1980. You had February, you had Bon Scott from AC/DC, so they're coming off Highway to Hell. Back in Black, they let loose in April, so between that stretch, they still go to higher success, even though they lost their singer. And then September, you lose Led Zeppelin loses John Bonham, and then in December, John Lennon's assassinated.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, it was pretty wild year in music for sure.
That is crazy to think of all that stuff, and then some of the things that still last. I missed also Mount St. Helens erupts.
Yep.
But I mean, Miracle on Ice. They made a movie about it.
Right.
There's certain things that have lasted, and of course, Reagan will be president for 8 years. But yeah, there you go. A lot of stuff right there. Empire Strikes Back, CNN, things that just would continue to have an impact to this day. So we'll.
I do got to add though, we're getting into it now, right? We're in 1980s this week. So if you're out there, I understand age and things like that play into it, but I know we got callers out there or listeners out there rather. Give us a buzz if we missed anything that stood out to you for 1980 for sure.
Is everybody just kind of waiting for us to get to 86? It's like, okay.
Yeah, we're getting into wheelhouse years, right? And that's what I think. But I think this is the week where we're going to start to see this happened in 1980. You forgot this one.
Sure. We're also a couple years away from me being able to solidly contribute, but I can do the research and all that as well. We're doing the work here, but I do think that we came out of the gate with 75 with the Pudge Fisk home run, and then you got some other stuff, but Larry Bird arrives in 80. You go to the NBA Finals, and you got the Miracle on Ice, which is a moment that just sort of, So 80 is going to be a hard one to score. We're going to dive into it right after this. Football is coming this fall. Time to pack the stands at Alphon Stadium. Cheer on Maine football. Don't miss the excitement, the tradition, the Black Bear pride all season long. Season tickets are on sale now and give you the best value, best seats for every home game. Visit goblackbears.com/tickets today and secure your tickets. Go Blue. Back with more after this. Morning Roast brought to you by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, official sports grill of the Roast and the place to be in downtown Bangor and herosportsgrill.com. All right, you went through it. Time to score it. So, Greg, what do you think of the sports of 1980?
Yeah, sports. I gotta give it honestly, an 8-2.
Okay,
I think that's fair. I think it's fair. No championships,
but boy,
pretty damn good. Four block there.
Yeah, I would agree. It's I'm going to give it a 7-8 because you don't win a title.
Yeah.
You don't win a title.
Yeah.
But the other stuff, and it's all relative. I think once we start paring it down, you get to the Tournament of Champions, I think 1980's there.
Yeah. It's in the conversation maybe.
So I'm going to go 7-8.
Yeah.
7-8 is my score, and then for the other stuff, the popular culture and the other moments.
9-1.
There you go. That's high, right?
9-1. Yeah, I mean, Miracle on Ice takes it like right. It's got to be way up there, right? Yeah. And then, I mean, Back in Black is the second biggest selling album of all time. I mean,
it doesn't even chart in top
right,
five.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's just in retrospect, the cultural significance. Pac-Man's going to jack it up there.
The launch of the 24-hour news network.
Yeah.
Whichever one you watch. You know you got one you love out there.
Yeah.
Whichever one. CNN walks so that MSNBC and Fox can crawl.
You
know what
100%.
I mean?
It was the one.
So that one, the other stuff, I'm going to go 8-7. I mean, Empire Strikes Back is just
incredible.
It's like the moment when they realize, like, oh, you make a good one, we do another one.
Right.
Slap it on a lunchbox. Man, now we're cooking with grass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now and on the sequel, we're not going to give you a conclusion on that because there's a third one coming.
Exactly right.
Oh boy, John J. Rambo looked at that and said, "Okay, we are in."
Yeah, there's other wrongs that need to be righted.
Yeah,
not just in this small town.
Right.
I'm going to walk around and make some things happen
for sure.
Give me a bandana while we're at it.
That's right.
Okay, other big stuff that I wanted to get to of this moment, not 1980. Give me your thoughts on what happened in the NHL over the weekend, because I think the Bruins just got a little farther away from winning a championship.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So you got the big news out of the NHL yesterday. Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk's brother, will be playing with him in Florida now. He goes from being the captain of the Ottawa Senators to the Florida Panthers in a crazy deal. Ottawa betting on the future. So he goes, Ottawa gets Florida's number 9 overall pick in the 26th draft, their 25th overall pick in the 26th draft. So 2 number 1s, a top 10 protected 2029 first round pick, and a 2027 second round pick. So no roster players go back to Ottawa for this. Okay. So, Florida leveraging the future for the now. And it is a stunning price, really. It really is. Brady Tkachuk he's 26. He's another power forward, just like his brother. He is a game changer, but at the same time, Bruins start looking at Pavel Zacha on their depth chart, and they say, okay, well, what can we get for him? Like, we got to start exploring this, because if the prices are that high, maybe there's some pieces we could sell and pieces, a piece or two that we can bring in. But pretty stunning trade there.
Is this unique to the situation, though, where it is the brothers wanting to play together, and perhaps the Panthers their hand isn't forced, but,
Yeah,
you only got one brother in the NHL.
It was forced in the sense of he was not re-signing next year with Ottawa, right? And I think that's a trend you're going to see, because Canada Stan isn't really making it financially viable for their superstars to go there. So you're seeing major superstars. ESPN had it up earlier. So you got Tkachuk goes from Ottawa to Florida. A couple of years a year ago, you got Quinn Hughes going from Vancouver to Minnesota. But prior to that, you had Matthew Tkachuk, Calgary to Florida, and then Johnny Gaudreau, God rest his soul, Calgary to Columbus Blue Jackets. But you've had these. They don't want to play in Canada. They're like, I'm losing money playing here. It is a big problem for Canadian hockey.
Where do you go from here? How do you figure that out? What happens with the guy in Edmonton?
Yeah, Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
There's got to be a Connor McDavid watch. That's coming. He will not retire as an Edmonton Oiler. He's coming to the United States.
So there you go. Interesting stuff. And the fact that Tkachuk is 26. So you're telling me Florida is sacrificing the future for the now. but he's 26, right?
He's only 26.
You figure where are they going to be picking in 2029?
Right,
probably dead last.
Right, exactly. And you start looking at that lineup. Now they don't have a ton of cap space. I think they got under $7 million cap space left, and they got to figure out their goalie situation because they're both, I believe, unrestricted. Bobrovsky and I forget the other one. A lot of chatter about Connor Hellebuck, also another guy wanting to get out of Canada, get out of Winnipeg. Keep an eye on Connor Hellebuck if the Florida Panthers want to just go absolutely all in. And the Bruins are now in a whole situation where just the arms race just got a lot tougher in their division.
All right, we'll see what happens, what the counter action is to that action by the Florida Panthers, if any, by the Boston Bruins. Okay, quick commercial break. Available when ordering McDelivery through Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub. 2 sausage McMuffins with egg, 2 hotcakes, 4 hash browns, 4 small hot coffees, all for just $19.99. Bundle deals over 40% off and for a limited time. Order at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. All right, welcome back to the Morning Roast. Brian Sullivan, Greg Hirsch, Marqus Cesar, giving us the sweet sounds of the 1980s, of a 1980 actually, in fact, on.
Yeah, Damn the Torpedoes album.
There we go.
So good.
So we're talking about what's going on in the NHL. The NBA draft is tomorrow night. 2 nights. So you get the NBA draft tomorrow night. So something's got to give. We think there's sort of a self-imposed deadline for the Milwaukee Bucks because if they're you want to make the picks, right? So
you kind of need them.
We'll see what happens. They're out there looking for offers. Here's Bill Simmons talking about what he thinks the Celtics could do, should do in terms of the Giannis sweepstakes. Interesting that Miami's holding Bam Adebayo out of it. You know, the thought of the two of them teaming up in a front court is pretty interesting.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the monsters.
For sure. And I mean, admittedly, like, I kind of go back to when Tyler was talking about moving Bam earlier this year. I don't know. It's like if the Yankees wanted to get rid of Judge, personally. Like, that's my guy. If we lose him, we have nothing. We've got nothing. What, Tyler Hero?
Well,
yeah.
If you bring in Giannis, I think you'd kind of forget about him pretty quick. We'll see. The one guy who seems to be on the outside of all this, it seems as though I don't think Derek White's on this team next year.
No, I don't think he is either because his name gets floated around this entire thing.
And I think that if you're going to, the more that passes, I don't think, because the rumors are pretty rampant out there. I think they're running it back with the Jays.
You do?
I think they're running it back with the Jays. We might, in an hour, get the alert that it's not the case. But I think they're going to try and re-engineer what is around Tatum and Brown and get them a little bit bigger. And I just think that White's days are not numbered, but probably the best ones are behind him. And what he offers is probably better suited. There's places where he could do a little bit more.
If they were going to move Jaylen Brown, wouldn't this deal be done?
Probably, right?
At this point, right? Like, if they were, definitely doing that, I think this deal is done.
Yeah, and who's, coming to the forefront saying, we want him to be our guy on this team. You've heard the Clippers maybe would be interested. But here's Gary Washburn talking about a potential landing spot for Derek White. And therein lies the path, I think.
Right, exactly. And it's just everybody, like you heard them say in the previous clip, the Simmons one, everybody's waiting on Boston.
Yeah.
Because of Brad Stevens. Because he's controlling this thing.
Yeah, is it that? I think the Bucks have to decide what they want.
Yeah.
I think that there are a couple offers out there, and the Bucks, they're in an interesting spot too, because do you want to use the example of what the Cleveland Browns just did? Okay. Yep. The Cleveland Browns traded, and I heard Brian Windhorst talking about this. Cleveland Browns traded away Myles Garrett. They got picks back, but they got a player who can help them right now.
Right.
Are the Bucks looking for that? Do they want somebody to get back and help them be good right now? Or do you just want picks?
Right.
Do you want to just be young and maybe a little bit bad for a year?
Right.
And go like the Detroit Pistons route and acquire picks and try to get talent that way? Because if you bring back too much talent,
Right.
You're just smack dab in the middle.
Well, this is the, crossing sports, but this is the Ottawa Senators deal with Brady Tkachuk to the Panthers.
Sure.
Right? It's like, give me all your picks. That's what we'll take. Is it going to suck? Are we losing this trade on paper for the next few years? Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm. But we're gambling in the sense of we think this could turn out in the plus for us eventually.
The hard part is that best case scenario, you find someone who's in the realm of the guy you're letting go. You hit on a Giannis. You hit on a Matthew Tkachuk, a Brady Tkachuk. You're lucky enough to be in the position to draft one of those guys. But you've seen it all go through. I mean, Milwaukee, hey, won a championship, been here for a decade. You don't want to be here. Okay, we need to make the most of this. So they want picks, and I don't know how much talent they want back. I'm sure they would love to have Bam Adebayo included in the deal.
Sure.
But if you're not going to get something like that, well then might as well just get a bunch of picks and get
a reset, just a total reset. Right, yeah.
So for the Celtics of it, it does seem like there is value to Derek White. I think with the NBA, it's not Derek White was the number 3 on this year's team, right?
Yep.
And he's just not quite that.
No.
He really excelled when you had everybody else, and he was a fun 5th or 6th piece, right? When you had Holiday and Porzingis and Horford, and Derek White was able to, be the guy who once every 4 nights he goes for 20 because he's hot for 3.
Exactly. Kind of coasts under the radar a little bit. Not a lot of pressure in that scenario, and it just kind of felt like the expectations had risen so much that maybe they're a little bit above who he is.
Exactly.
Yep.
As a 32-year-old guy, when you needed him against Philadelphia, he just wasn't there. And it's a jump shot, it's the 90th game of a long season, and your leg's gone a little bit. I mean, there's certain wear down factors as well, but I think Derek White could be one heck of a Timberwolf where he's about the 4th or 5th guy on that roster, right?
Right, yeah, that might be the fit for him.
So, okay, we'll see what happens there. We do expect to see some moves at least by tomorrow, if not today. All right, This Day in History is next.
Welcome back to 92.9 The Ticket. You are listening to Coming Up Live at Glasgow.
Okay.
This is Paul McCartney and I believe Wings.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good, Paul tune.
Okay. Yeah. Number 1 song in 1980 today.
All right, on this day, 1980. Okay, also this day, 1633, Galileo Galilei recants his heretical position. The Earth orbiting the sun is at odds with the Bible church teaching. So he's saying some stuff. People don't like it.
Yeah.
We don't know. All right. 1980. Jim King begins riding the Miracle Strip roller coaster for 368 hours. That's a lot.
That's a long time.
Sleeping on that thing.
Yeah. Doing other things. Yeah. That's that's not good.
Let's see. Have to talk to park management about the other things, I guess. This day, 1936, Kris Kristofferson was born, passed away in 2024. 49, Meryl Streep. 53, Cyndi Lauper. 62, Clyde Drexler. 87, Danny Green. Holidays today. It's Kissing Day.
There we go.
I've been known to smooch on occasion. You've been smooching. Let's see. Onion Ring Day. I like every now and then.
Yeah, good one. I thinner more than thicker ones.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, thinner, the good crispiness to a good onion ring. I'll diverge from a fry to a ring here and there.
It's the good like I get onion rings, you get fries, and we're in a share. We're
that's
sharing
a good
here.
Move.
Chocolate Eclair Day.
Yeah, chocolate eclairs are good. I mean, I shouldn't be eating them, but yeah, they're good.
And it's Rainforest Day, so there you go.
All right.
Protect it. 7 a.m. hour coming your way right after this. Good Monday morning. Welcome into the Morning Roast on Maine Sports Leader 92.9 The Ticket. We're broadcasting from the Greenway Equipment Studios, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith brother in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a deer. Fat Panda Boba Tea and Market on Harlow Street in Bangor. Next to Gosselin's Bakery. Sip fresh boba, explore snacks, ramen, taste their Jamaican patties. They're tasty. Also visit the Brewer location next to Wilson Street in Hannaford. And Next Home, they're the market leader. Get looped and get sold with a Next Home experience. Brian Sullivan, Greg Hirsch, Marqus Cesar here on this Monday. Greg, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Back from the annual fishing trip, ready to roll for this week. Just you and me, baby, all week.
Marcus is here as well.
Marcus as well.
Marcus,
but I mean,
how you doing, my man?
Sorry about that, brother.
Quickly we forget. We're just locked in on each other. Just Greg and me, just like,
we're in the pocket.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I love the relationship that you guys have. But yeah, no, I'm great. Watched some soccer with my pops yesterday. I'm going to be busy all day, but I'm going to try and catch the Norway game later tonight. Going to get the most out of that Fox Sports 1 free trial as I can.
Yes,
might as well.
But yeah, admittedly, I would like to touch on that. They've got like kind of blockbuster day. Like they got Messi, Mbappe, Haaland, all today. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I if I was FIFA, I probably would have tried to plan that out a little better and spread them across a couple of days.
It does seem like FIFA's just like, we're going to play these games when we're going to play them.
Yeah.
And you're going to watch them if you want. Like, hey, US, you're going to play at 10 o'clock on Thursday night.
Right. Yeah, not a care in the world about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is a TV thing too. Like you gotta, you're trying to sell this. They just got to be able to cater a little bit to growing the game a little bit.
I do like that it just, from noon on, it just exists.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, what's next? You don't have to wait that much longer. It's like, well, the under didn't hit. Maybe the over in the next one? Did Norwegians score a lot of goals?
That's a good point.
ChatGPT, do Norwegians score goals?
Yeah.
Boom. Let it fly.
Yeah, there you go.
Good Father's Day. Do anything?
I got back.
Were
it
you
was
celebrated?
Great. Yeah, we celebrated. No, I had. It was in waves yesterday. Yeah, it was Alexa and the grandbaby came over. Did that thing. Miranda and I went out with high tide. Got a nice lobster roll out there. That was great. And then Jake and his fiance came over in the evening. Did the pizza thing. Whatever. It's a great day.
Very nice. I was at my parents' house yesterday. My parents got me, my mother and sister got me a nice gift. My wife and kids got me some sneakers, and I'm sitting there and opening them up, realizing that I didn't get anything from my father. Opening these gifts up, we kind of made eye contact, and you could tell he was waiting for
Something
like 70 years old.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
here.
exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
here. I shall grill your steak.
Yeah, my old man got a phone call.
Yeah.
That's what he got.
Right.
That's,
I guess I still have to try.
Yeah, for sure. We got other stuff going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'll acknowledge you.
Yeah, exactly. Give you a call. Hey, what's that? He didn't want anything.
Yeah.
No.
So there you go. I hope everybody had a good Father's Day as we make our way through this Monday, which is also the morning of the 2026 Ticket Awards tonight at Hero Sports Grill in downtown Bangor. 35 categories of excellence for the 25-26 sports season. The 26 Ticket Awards will be broadcast on Ticket TV beginning at 6 p.m. Watch it live at 929theticket.com, on the Ticket app, or on YouTube. You ready to go?
Rock and roll.
You got your
Let's do it.
monologue written?
No, I don't. I'm still trying to digest the schedule that was sent at 3 a.m.
Yeah, we'll have it all squared away. There is a lot of moving pieces, but when you got 35 categories of excellence, you got to figure it all out. All right, Marcus, let's do some headlines and some highlights. Red Sox took 2 out of 3 from Seattle, going for the sweep yesterday. They lost 3-1. Peyton Tolley getting no run support. Here's what he had to say afterwards.
Yeah, no, I mean, they got great pitching all weekend long. I mean, Suarez early, both hold Mariners to 2 hits apiece. First time that's happened back-to-back games since like 92 or something. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I know they won those games, but, Peyton Tolley goes out there, does his thing, and should have had a 3-game sweep, and they just, the bats go quiet.
Let me find this, but I believe that for the Peyton Tolley game, he gave up a hit in the first inning, and then the next 8 2/3 hitless.
Yeah, shut him right down.
So just pretty wild if you think of how good he was over the weekend. The Mariners got their final hit of the night with 1 out in the first inning. Red Sox pitching then went in the final 8 2/3 of the game without allowing a hit. So pitching was masterful over the weekend.
Absolutely.
And just cannot score any runs. Caleb Durbin has started to heat up a little bit. He's hitting like 320 over the last 10 games.
Made some great plays in the field.
Hit the ball out of the ballpark. So you just go back to how bad it was offensively. And if you look at all these guys, and every week or every series that you go through, it's like, okay, who are you really disappointed in. And the more it goes through, it's really Roman Anthony, and I think for me, Jaren Duran to a certain extent.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we just hung on to Jaren Duran, and he's hitting like 210, and he hasn't quite turned it around. And it's like, okay, you know what? If you were kind of the guy that we thought you were going to be, or hung on to you because we thought you were going to be able to get back to that, they'd be so much better off.
Oh, completely.
It's just like the Jaren Duran of it all, moving around the lineup, and maybe he's been mishandled, but geez, if he was hitting 280 and had 15 home runs, how much different would this team be?
Yeah, no, and then he goes through these stretches of like 3 weeks where he looks like that guy, and you're like, and but it's just not sustainable. It's not consistent, and that's the problem. He put it together for one whole year incredibly well, and then he can't do that. It's
Romy Gonzalez is coming.
Yeah.
Romy Gonzalez is getting healthy.
Romy Gonzalez is going to be in the lineup.
For sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, they have to have, that's the state of affairs. Is like Romy Gonzalez is coming.
To save the day.
Right. Another gadget player.
So we'll see what his right-handed bat does when it arrives here. In the NHL, the Panthers got really good over the weekend, Greg.
They sure did. Brady Tkachuk joining his brother Matthew down there. Brady Tkachuk's 26 years old. Ottawa banking on the future. They knew he wouldn't sign after next year, so they just said, okay, what can we get? And they got a haul. They got from Florida, first round, they got the 9th pick, the 25th pick, a future first, and a future second. So that really sets the market for a big-time player. And, Ottawa's going to take some lumps on this one for a bit, for sure, because, would you rather have a 4-time All-Star power forward 26-year-old or the bunch of draft picks? Give me the power forward all day long.
I'd like to be good now.
Yeah, absolutely. So that puts the Bruins up against it, where you have another team in your division just got a lot better. You got to start taking a look at, okay, if Brady Tkachuk goes for that, what does Pavel Zacha get you? Where can we improve this team bit by bit? And it's going to be a high price tag for these top players.
All right, quick commercial break coming your way. I also want to tell you that available when ordering McDelivery through Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub, you can get 2 sausage McMuffins with egg, 2 hotcakes, 4 hash browns, 4 small hot coffees, all for just $19.99. Bundle deals over 40% off and available for a limited time. Order at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Back with more after this. Welcome back to the Morning Roast. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center is the official sports grill of the roast in downtown Bangor at herosportsgrill.com. Heroes is the site of the Ticket Awards this evening. Just a quick recap. Tough weekend for the North in our championships, as by my count, the North went 1-7 over the weekend. So just to if you missed it, Bangor Rams lost in a heartbreaker. They lost 3-2 in 11 innings to Gorham. So 3-2, the final score. Gorham's your champion. Chevrolet beat Hamden 3-2. That's your A's final. In B, Freiburg 4, Coney 3. Mm-hmm. Madomic Valley 7, Gardner 0. That's your B softball. Class C, Monmouth Academy 5. They beat Washington Academy 5-4.
Tight games for the most part, right?
Bucksburg Golden Bucks, they fall to Dirigo 5-1. In Class D, Fort Fairfield beats Telstar 4-1. And in softball in Class D, North Yarmouth beats Penobscot Valley 14-4. So 1-7 for the North. So tough weekend.
Yeah, it sure was
for baseball and softball over the weekend. But we do have the Ticket Awards coming up tonight live. If you can't be there in person, it's going to be on 929theticket.com. And Greg, as somebody who's had a hand in high school sports for 2 decades and change here, what do you? What do you think about as you have an event like this? You've obviously been to many end-of-season banquets, but what's going through tonight, the minds of those receiving the awards, up for them, parents? What's it like as you kind of wind these things down?
It's I've been on both sides. Been on the coaching side, been on the parent side. It's similar for both. You're really rooting for your guys, right? Like it's you want to, because you've built these relationships up, you've seen them day to day, you're supporting them, and it's you want to see them rewarded for everything they've done. But it's fun. It's an awesome time of the year, just where you can kind of kick back. And even if those that don't win, you're being recognized as top in your whatever respective sport, and it's an honor either way. It's just it's just awesome to be, when all the hard work's done, to be able to kick back and celebrate and say what an incredible accomplishment. It's really unbelievable. And as a parent, it feels the same way. You're proud of your son or daughter, and it's nice to see them recognized. And if they win, awesome. But even just getting to be there and be a part of that is something special that they can always look back on.
As a parent, when you're done and you have a big a moment that climaxes like this, do you kind of think, what do we do now? What do we do on Saturday? We're not going to be at a rink in Vermont. We're not going to be, I was talking to my buddy over the weekend, and he goes, hey, what's your weekend plans? We're going to move from field 1 to field 4.
Right, exactly. Then all of a sudden, one day it ends. That's it. I've been through it, man, recently, right? It's like over the past few years, it's just like, whoa. For me, I was like, well, I'm going to really lean heavy into my alcoholism, because I don't have anything else. I don't have any place to be, baby. It looks like it's just me and the tube now, so, let's crack a bottle. But no, it's.
Which we've now course corrected.
We've course corrected. Yeah, I feel good about it, right? Yeah. Like, so, yeah, we've
to a point where we can make jokes about it.
Yes, we can kid about it now. But no, it is weird, though, because you are so busy going all these places, and the focus is what's next, like, because it doesn't matter what season it is, you're on the go constantly, and then it all stops, and it's like, wow, what a run that was. And for me, I kind of look back and say that's why I ran around like that. That's why I did all that stuff as a parent, because I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to experience it in real time. And then, because at some point I know it's going to end, and there's nothing you can do about that. So I can look back and say, you know what? I was involved. I made these sacrifices for my kids, and it's worth it. And you can look back fondly on it and experience the next stage.
And so for all those reasons and more, it's why a night like tonight is nice for those that are nominated, invited, and so, like Greg said, enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how do you know that we're in the good times? I wish somebody would have told me that I was in the good times. I would have enjoyed it. Well, this is it. You know what I mean? You got a kid, you got a parent that's nominated for tonight.
For sure.
So, enjoy it. And if you can't be there in person, that's why it's nice that it's going to be on 929theticket.com, because, it's great. These kids, these communities, it's not just, like you said, it's not just the kids that play. It's like, okay, so for instance, like, I've got a vested interest in the Bangor football team.
Sure.
We have Matt O'Connell in here on Friday.
Yeah.
I know Dan. My father helped him, and it's like, okay, now he was an assistant coach for a couple years with him. It's like, okay, well, now I care about these. I have a rooted interest in these kids. And same thing for, boosters, or the people that the moms and dads that work the concession stand and, volunteer and try to raise money to send all these kids around and buy the warm-ups and all that kind of stuff. So it's nice to celebrate it and have a night like this where you can maybe say, well, that was one heck of a career right there.
What a
right?
run.
Yeah.
What an incredible run, and it's a small community. So, and technology has changed so much that everybody's interconnected. So it's like, you're happy to see, your friends' kids or coaches that and things like that get recognized. It's awesome.
And that is tonight, 6:00 at Hero Sports Grill in downtown Bangor. Dairy Queen in Bangor, the new DQ Blizzard breakfast collection. You can enjoy a Cinnamon Toast Crunch dipped cone, Fruity Pebbles shake, or the Choco Frosted Donut Blizzard treat. Whether it's breakfast time or not, visit 668 Broadway in Bangor. DQ Happy, tastes good. And stuck on the side of the road, Union Street Towing has you covered. 24/7 statewide, from breakdowns to lockouts. Get you moving fast. 942-4200, driven to be there when you need them most. All right, back with our Sox Prop of the day right after this. All right, welcome back. Time for our Sox Prop of the day. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerofhardwork.com. And Acadia Federal Credit Union, their newest location, is now open on Wilson Street in Brewer, serving Maine since 1963 with branches in Bangor, Brewer, and Aroostook County. Learn more at acadiafcu.org. All right, Sox are in Colorado tonight. It is an 8:40 first pitch. The over-under is 11.5. It's in Colorado. So
ball moves.
You know, if it's me, I'm probably taking the Hunter Goodman guy for Colorado. He's good, and he's probably going to get you in there. But who knows? Offensively, 11.5. Something's got to give.
Sure.
The kid who's starting for Colorado, his over/under's 3.5 on strikeouts. We'll take it. That's what we're going to go with.
Yeah.
Is just it's so hard to back a Red Sox offensive stat that we'll take the kid for the starting pitcher for Colorado to strike out 4 Red Sox.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like a safe bet.
And so as we're at the point now, it's June 22nd. You got a month and a half before the trade deadline, and the word did come out. So a couple interesting things. Sonny Gray was asked about his no trade clause, and he said, "Listen, if the Red Sox want to come to me and talk to me about moving me somewhere, I'd be open to it."
Yeah, of course he would. Yeah, I hate no trade clauses. They're annoying, and they usually don't even amount to anything. But it's as expected. Yeah, if I'm going to go get paid somewhere and move to a contender, let's do it.
Right.
Yeah, time's of the essence.
That's for the next couple of weeks. That's what we need to be watching is who's going, who's making the decisions, and where do you go from here? Because this Red Sox team, you take 2 out of 3, and I guess just based on baseball now, you could rattle off some wins, but I will be interested to see if moves are made, who's pulling the strings, right?
That's the interesting thing.
Who's pulling the
making
strings? Because it does seem like they're not going to move on from Breslow at this point.
Yeah, they feel like they've dug their heels in a bit, but we've seen them do this before too, and then it flips. But as of now, it seems like they're not going to. But who's in the room with Breslow too? I mean, it seems like they're going to have handlers on Breslow.
So hopefully Theo gets his hands over this thing a little bit more, but you do have some pieces that are pretty valuable. Rumor popped up over the weekend that the Brewers are pretty interested in Aroldis Chapman.
Yep.
So you're going to have, I think, bidders for your stuff.
Sure. You got to capitalize though. You got to take advantage of it. Yeah, you're in the power position when it comes to that.
So you've got 3 against the Rockies, and then you come home for a 4-game series with the Yankees to round out the month. You got Thursday all the way through to Sunday, and you're on national television a couple of times there. So here we go. Here we go.
Oh, it is. Here we go. Because regardless what you do in Colorado, you come and fall on your face against the Yankees at that point in the season. It's done.
Could they bring you back, Greg? Could they? What would they have to do to bring you back?
It would have to be monumental run. Like just rattling a few wins together isn't doing it. They would have to. Roman Anthony would probably have to come back.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't have any faith whatsoever in this lineup, regardless what kind of little streak they go on or whatever. There's just not enough there. There's not enough oomph there. The pitching is there. Not enough at the plate. And you got Romy Gonzalez coming back. That's nice, but that doesn't move the needle. I don't see. Is Contreras out till next Monday? He's out for a week or something as well.
Yep.
Those things are going to happen. I don't think they can get me back.
They are 31-44 as we sit here this morning. They have a .413 win percentage. They have the fewest wins in the American League.
Yeah,
they've played less games than KC and the Angels, but they each have 32 wins. The only team with less wins than the Boston Red Sox this year is the Colorado Rockies.
That's right, baby.
Battle of the Titans tonight.
Battle of the Titans tonight, and the over/under is 11.5.
Right, and they put games at 10, whatever.
This is essentially like the celebrity boxing that they used to put on. This is like Danny Bonaducci versus Greg Brady. Just a couple of has-beens. You guys just punch each other, give the fans something to watch. And,
right.
Maybe
we'll sell a few beers, call her good.
For sure. That's exactly what this is tonight. Yeah. The 2 worst teams in baseball are going head-to-head tonight. And because of our sponsorships, we have to pick a prop.
That's right. We're going to tell you what we like most, and what we like most is the Red Sox striking out.
Yeah, right?
That's where we're at.
So 11.5 runs is the over-under in that one because it's Colorado.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, for sure. The ball, a little lighter air up there, and maybe we'll get some home runs out of this Sox.
Sure.
Team.
Well, Romy Gonzalez is going to save the season. That's what it is.
That's right.
How about that? Romy Gonzalez comes back, and Roman Anthony starts hitting. There you go. There's your 2-3 in the order right there. Doesn't that just set everything up?
Banking on a heavily injured rookie and a utility player. There we go.
But who he bats right-handed.
He does. He's a righty, though.
And does hit left-handed pitching pretty darn well.
He does. Yeah, he does. I mean, he's a useful guy. I mean, I like having him, but banking the season on him's a little different.
But you really, you're talking. You're 6.5. You would have to, in order to really get people back, you probably need to rattle off about 7 or 8 consecutive wins.
Oh yeah,
you need to go like 8-2.
You got to sweep the Yankees next weekend.
Sure.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah, we just need some offense.
Big time. Big time. I just don't think you have the opportunity for this thing to produce.
So there you go. Red Sox and Rockies tonight, the 2 worst teams in baseball, head to head for your viewing pleasure or listening pleasure right here on 929 The Ticket. Okay, a quick commercial break coming your way. I want to tell you all that Ticket TV is on demand. If you missed a game, no problem. Every game's available on demand, 929theticket.com and on the Ticket app. We're going to talk with Jimmy Toscano about some hoops right after this. Don't go away. All right, welcome back to the Morning Roast. Now joining us on the Heroes Hotline is Jimmy Toscano. Jimmy, how are you?
What's up, fellas? It's been a minute. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, it's great to hear from you. It is, man, oh man, something's got to give here, right? A lot of action pending in the NBA. Before we get to that, have you been overtaken by any of the World Cup fever in that neck of the woods?
I have been, yes. I'm actually wearing a kilt as we speak. I'm fully I'm fully in on the Scots over here in Boston.
Absolutely.
But yeah, other than that, it's been great. It's been fun to just see these different cultures, interact, and I think it's been a great thing for the country.
So let's get with the NBA here, Jimmy. And where do you think things currently stand with Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis?
Oh, I think it's just a matter of time. I'm just like everybody else. I've got my alerts ready to go. I'm waiting for the trade announcement from Shams or from one of those big name reporters, because it seems like it's been a long time coming. It felt like the relationship in Milwaukee with him kind of just hit its worst part towards the end of this regular season, where it seemed like he wanted to play, they didn't want him to play because they were trying to get a better pick, and it just feels like that it's time for a change over there in Milwaukee, and whether it comes before the draft or after the draft, I guess that's the question.
Do you think the Celtics are in on those discussions with the Bucks?
Absolutely. We've had a couple people on our show, our Garden Report show, who have said something similar. Not necessarily saying that the Celtics are picking up the phone and calling every team about Jaylen Brown, but if a team has a superstar available, it's kind of they have to do their due diligence, right? You got to pick up the phone, or at least answer the phone, and say, all right, what are you guys looking for? Who are you looking for? What can we make this work? And then go from there. So I think that Giannis is an option in Boston, which is exciting. Whether or not it gets done remains to be seen. It seems like Miami might have a little bit of a leg up there, and we know that the Heat have always made a splash, whether it's free agency or in trades. And when you're comparing Miami to Boston, listen, I love Boston, but if you're an NBA player, Miami might sound a little nicer, I guess.
So if you had your druthers, would you rather run it back with the Jays, or would you like to see Giannis and Tatum teamed up?
So I don't know if this is going to rub people the wrong way, but I'm kind of at the point where I want to see something change. That isn't to say that I don't appreciate Jaylen Brown, or I don't think that he's an extremely talented player. I just think that this current roster isn't good enough, and you've got Brown, who's actually due, believe it or not, for another contract extension, 2 years, $140 million, and then Jason Tatum's right after him. So it's really difficult to build a team around those two guys, because you just don't have the amount of money that you need to bring in talented players. And And I just think at this point, like, what are they, 1 for 10, in terms of trying to win a championship with Brown and Tatum? And I give Brown a ton of credit for the way he played last year. He certainly surprised me. And, same with Tatum coming back and giving it a go. I just don't know if those two guys can get it done anymore. So I'm on the side of, I don't want to just make a trade for the sake of it. It's got to be, if they end up not having something there, then fine, bring it back and see what you can do. But if there's an opportunity to get a little bit younger and bring in some young, solid pieces, I would do that. If there's an opportunity to bring in a player like Giannis, I would do that too. That's exciting. And I guarantee you, anybody who's like even against it, I guarantee you they're going to sell themselves on it if it happens. Because that's what we did with Garnett. That's what we've done with any superstar or star player that's come in here. There's a little bit of hesitation at first, and then everybody's just sold. It doesn't take long. And I think with a guy like Giannis, an international superstar, who, to be honest with you guys, I think the criticism of his health is a little bit over the top. He's missed some games, but he has a ton of games played, and I wouldn't be too concerned about that.
If something's going to happen, do you think it happens before the draft tomorrow night?
I think it happens before the draft because I think this is a stacked draft. And I think if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, you want to be involved in it more so than you already are. There's some really, really top talent, in the first, let's call it 10 picks or so. So if they could figure out a way to get up there or get closer to it, I think it happens. Now, Boston can't offer that. They're likely going to be a third team involved if the Celtics were to be involved in a Giannis trade. I don't know what that third team would be, but, Danny Ainge here's third team. He always, picks up the phone. So there's GMs around, there's owners around that are heavily involved or heavily interested in what's going to happen. And I think the Celtics are one of them. Whether or not Giannis ends up in Boston remains to be seen, but I think it would happen like today or, early this week. It's got to happen because, like I said, this draft is stacked. And it's going to take multiple draft picks, don't get me wrong, to get Giannis, but if one of those could be in this year's draft, or if the team would have power to make the selection, I think it's going to happen before the draft.
Do you think Giannis gets traded and Jaylen Brown could be traded separately in different moves, or do you think that those guys need to be in the same deal?
That's a great question. I would guess, I would say it's first thought, same deal, just because difficult to trade players of that makes as much money as they do, and there's not a lot of teams out there that the fit has to be perfect for them to make a trade of that magnitude, right? For a player like Jaylen Brown, and I don't know how many opportunities you have. That being said, there's been some, there's like a couple other rumors, but the Hawks maybe being interested in Jaylen Brown, and there's always a team that kind of can kind of come out of nowhere. So I guess I would say it's like 75%, 25%. I think it's more likely to have a Giannis involvement, but there's still an opportunity. And the other thing is, how does Jaylen Brown feel about all this? It's another off season of his name kind of being thrown out there, and the Celtics haven't said anything in terms of none of this is true or Jaylen Brown's our guy. Like it's been pretty quiet on that front. So I wonder. I'm not saying Jaylen Brown's going to come on after and say, I want to trade. It doesn't seem to be the type of player he is, but I am interested to see if there's been any behind-the-scenes talk with the team and with Brown about how things have been going and where they see each other in their future.
If Jaylen Brown is on the Celtics next season, do you think there's anything else that could happen? Could tomorrow be interesting in terms of the draft, Derek White, anything like that? Could the Celtics look to move up? Any other moves that you could expect to see happen?
It feels like the Celtics are going to make some kind of a trade. Brad Stevens was very open about his disappointment and about how he basically said, he didn't call them frauds, but he said in his end of year press conference that I think our playoff performance is more indicative of who we are than our regular season performance or our regular season record. So that signaled to me that he understands that something needs to happen, whether that's Brown, whether that's Derek White, trying to get a couple veterans in here. They need some toughness. They need some leadership. I hate to say it, but that's kind of been the theme. And I would not be surprised if a move is made. Now, a move like that does not need to be made before the trade deadline. That's something that you could see go into the summer a little bit more. But I would not be shocked to see at least one or two significant contributors departing at the over this offseason. And I think they need to. You gotta do something. You've had a couple years here where you've been really disappointed, and as crazy as it sounds, I would say the stars on this Celtics team, they're probably already at their peak or have played their best basketball of their career. So you can't sit around for another 2, 3, 4 years and just hope that something changes. You got to go out and do it.
Okay, Jimmy, we got to go here. I want to on Wednesday morning. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here. Wednesday morning, when we come on the show, what team is Giannis going to be on?
I'm going to say the Heat. Boring, I know, but I just feel like that seems to be where things are going. But I'm not holding out. I'm holding out a little bit of hope that Celtics could be an option.
What team will Jaylen Brown be on Wednesday morning?
Well, I'm going to say the Celtics if I say Giannis is on the
right, but it could be a little 3-team switch, or we'll see. Okay, Jimmy, where can people track down your stuff? It's Jimmy_Toscano on X. What else do you got coming our way?
Yeah, we do a show called The Garden Report on YouTube. We go live during the regular season. We go live after every game. During the off season, we go live once or twice a week and after any big news. So you can bet that if there's any sort of trade that goes down, whether the Celtics are involved in it or not, we're going to be going live talking about the going-ons around the NBA, and you can look for that on the CLNS Media YouTube page. Again, and we go, it's called The Garden Report. So it's a fun time. It's me and 3 or 4 other reporters that you've probably come to know over the years, and we get the viewers and the listeners involved too. It's interactive with the chat, and it's pretty fun.
All right, Jimmy, thanks for coming back on with us. We will catch up again real soon, as I expect you guys to be coming on with some breaking news in the next 24, 48 hours here.
I hope so. Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, Jimmy Toscano joining us on the Heroes Hotline. Our takeaways are next. Welcome back. You got The Drive live from Heroes tonight ahead of the Ticket Awards. It is the event of the season. 35 categories of excellence will be rewarded tonight. If you can't be there in person, it is going to be on 929theticket.com. Greg, what are you leaving with today?
Yeah, excited for the Ticket Awards tonight. Just in awe, though, of the power that will be the Florida Panthers this year when you've got Brady Tkachuk joining his brother Matthew down there. Big fans of the brothers, and the Bruins are going to have a lot on their hands with those two guys together. It's going to be interesting.
Marcus?
Besides when they're playing, this is the best time of year, baby. It's trade season. This is when things get shooken up. Everything is just nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Make sure to trade who you think is going to get Giannis Antetokounmpo on Kalshi.
There you go.
Making some money.
We'll see.
That's right.
Do we come in here tomorrow and as Marcus's Miami Heat have one big Greek center on their team? We will see. We will. Can't wait for the Ticket Awards tonight. And looks like tomorrow going to have to pump Dave Peck because Doug Flutie going to join the program tomorrow. So very excited to chat with Doug Flutie tomorrow on the Morning Roast. That's going to do it. We'll talk to you tonight at the Ticket Awards or tomorrow at 6 a.m. Have a great day.
Today on the pod, we're talking to Megan, trapeze artist and Scratchers enthusiast. So, Megan, what do you like about playing Scratchers?
Well, they're easy to play when I'm hanging around.
Oh, okay. Like when you're relaxing?
No, like when I'm hanging on the trapeze. I swing upside down, then do a quadruple somersault, all while playing Scratchers. Watch this. Ta-da!
Unbelievable.
I know, right?
Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player claim.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.